West Virginia State Fire Marshal's Office 2015 Electrical Code for 1 and 2 Family Dwellings, also known as 2015 West Virginia Code R 14-3F-24, outlines the regulations for electrical installations in buildings and structures, including individual units of multifamily dwellings. All electrical installations must comply with the requirements of this code and be of a type approved by the West Virginia Fire Marshal. The code addresses smoke detectors specifically in dwelling units. A battery-operated or hardwired smoke detector must be installed in each bedroom and outside of each separate sleeping area in the immediate vicinity of the bedrooms. In new construction dwelling units, these detectors must be connected to the dwelling unit's electrical system and be self-contained and battery-operated. The self-contained, battery-operated smoke detectors must be listed in accordance with UL 217 smoke detectors and installed according to the manufacturer's instructions. This means that if you have multiple bedrooms, you will need a smoke detector inside each bedroom and one outside each sleeping area. For example, if you have 3 bedrooms clustered together, you'll need 3 smoke detectors inside the bedrooms and 1 smoke detector in the hallway outside those bedrooms. The purpose of this requirement is to provide early warning in case of a fire. Smoke can spread quickly, and having multiple smoke detectors increases the chances of detecting a fire early on, giving occupants more time to escape. The code distinguishes between new construction and existing dwelling units. In new construction, smoke detectors must be both hardwired to the electrical system and battery-operated. This ensures that the detectors will continue to function even if there is a power outage. In existing dwelling units, the code allows for either battery-operated or hardwired smoke detectors. However, it is generally recommended to use hardwired detectors with battery backup for maximum safety. The UL 217 standard sets the requirements for smoke detectors, including their sensitivity, alarm sound, and other performance characteristics. Smoke detectors that are listed in accordance with UL 217 have been tested and certified to meet these requirements. It is important to choose smoke detectors that are listed in accordance with UL 217 to ensure that they are reliable and effective. The manufacturer's instructions provide specific guidance on how to install and maintain the smoke detectors. It is important to follow these instructions carefully to ensure that the detectors function properly. Some key aspects of installation include proper placement, secure mounting, and regular testing. Smoke detectors should be placed on the ceiling or high on the wall, away from corners and other obstructions that could interfere with their ability to detect smoke. They should be mounted securely to prevent them from falling down. Smoke detectors should be tested regularly, typically once a month, to ensure that they are working properly. The testing procedure usually involves pressing a test button on the detector. If the detector does not sound an alarm when the test button is pressed, it may need to be replaced. In addition to regular testing, smoke detectors should also be cleaned periodically to remove dust and debris that could interfere with their operation. The cleaning procedure typically involves using a vacuum cleaner or soft brush to remove dust from the detector's vents. Smoke detectors have a limited lifespan, typically around 10 years. After 10 years, the detectors may become less sensitive and less reliable. Therefore, it is important to replace smoke detectors every 10 years, even if they appear to be working properly. It is also important to replace smoke detector batteries regularly, typically once a year or whenever the low battery warning signal sounds. Using long-life batteries can also extend the battery life. A common misconception is that one smoke detector is enough for an entire house. However, the code clearly requires smoke detectors in each bedroom and outside each separate sleeping area. This is because smoke can spread quickly and occupants may be asleep when a fire starts. Having multiple smoke detectors increases the chances of detecting a fire early on and giving occupants more time to escape. Another common misconception is that hardwired smoke detectors are not necessary if you have battery-operated smoke detectors. However, the code requires hardwired smoke detectors in new construction to provide an extra layer of protection. Hardwired detectors are connected to the electrical system and will continue to function even if there is a power outage. The battery backup provides additional protection in case of a power outage. Ignoring the code requirements for smoke detectors can have serious consequences. In the event of a fire, occupants may not be alerted in time to escape, resulting in injuries or even death. In addition, failing to comply with the code can result in fines and other penalties. The West Virginia State Fire Marshal's Office is responsible for enforcing the electrical code. Fire inspectors conduct inspections of buildings and structures to ensure that they comply with the code requirements. If a violation is found, the inspector may issue a notice of violation, requiring the owner to correct the violation within a specified time frame. It is important to take fire safety seriously and to comply with all applicable code requirements. Smoke detectors are an essential part of any fire safety plan. By installing and maintaining smoke detectors properly, you can protect your family and your property from the dangers of fire. You should familiarize yourself with the specific requirements of the West Virginia State Fire Marshal's Office 2015 Electrical Code for 1 and 2 family dwellings, also known as 2015 West Virginia Code R 14-3F-24, regarding smoke detectors to ensure full compliance. This includes understanding the placement requirements, the types of detectors required, and the maintenance requirements. You can consult with a qualified electrician or fire safety professional to ensure that your smoke detector system is properly installed and maintained. They can help you choose the right detectors for your home, install them in the correct locations, and provide ongoing maintenance and support.